Hello, everybody, and welcome to This Week at Shrouded, episode 21. We have our guest with us today, Mr. Wrecked and Mr. Good Saint. They're the only ones that could be with us. Everyone else said no, and they're fired. I'm just kidding. They're probably doing more important things like playing Destiny. Maybe. Anyway, this week we're going to be talking about This Week in Destiny. It still sounds dirty in my mouth when I say those four words together, but that is the name. We will damn it sorry everybody. In the pre-show I was talking to Mr. Goodsain and Mr. Wrecked regarding how many times I say during a podcast. I can't not do it. I need to take speech therapy or something. I don't know what it is. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Welcome to Pride at Bungie and the Destiny 2 update this week. Fudge.
I'm gonna be drunk by the end of this.
You're gonna drink every time? Alright, good luck. So, we'll probably go over the Destiny 2 update first. There is not a lot of stuff in it. I stopped myself there. I was going to say it. I'm proud of myself. That's one less than you would have gotten. So, we will start with the Destiny 2 update. There's a bunch of stuff on here. Whether any of it is any good or not, I have no idea. But let's figure it out. So, the first thing on here is Crucible. They fix an issue with the dazzling... wait a minute. Hold on. Let's take a step back before we get right into this. I totally forgot about our opening segment. We got to talk about stuff that we've been doing. Either it can be in Destiny or whatever if that's all you played. But let's go ahead and talk about what we've been doing in the gaming universe this week. Shit. I'm trying. It's hard. Whether it be Destiny or whether it be something else. So we'll start with Mr. Goodsain. Okay, all right, we get it.
You knew it was gonna happen. Anyway, I've been playing some Destiny. I did the weekly story mission quest thing, whatever you want to call it. It's getting better. Did some fishing. Did the Papa Bounty tonight. That was fun. Nothing really too much else in the gaming universe. Just a little bit of Destiny. I was tempted because it's the last PlayStation exclusive that I am itching to play. I was tempted to download Ghost of Tsushima the other night and be able to play it on my new setup and everything like that because I've heard it's a really good game, and I'm still contemplating it. So I don't know if I'll pull the trigger on that tonight and play it or start it, and then see how that's like. But that's nothing too exciting with me.
Ghost of Tsushima is one of the better open world games, in my opinion. There's a lot of that filler bloat that's in normal open world games, but it felt a little less bad when I was playing through it. The other content in the game is pretty incredible. It's a pretty long story. It's fun. It's good. The samurai, dueling and those types of things feel really... It's old school, so I like it a lot.
Is it like For Honor in because just watching some stuff, it looked like it was with the dueling system, looked like it was kind of For Honor, or is it just parrying and dodging
It's more like parrying and dodging. It's not nearly as
just like any other kind of game like that.
It's not nearly as involved as For Honor would be. Absolutely not. But that's only there's certain aspects of that game where you go into those duels. That's very It's not frequent. There you look for those duels specifically. It's one of the open world collectibles, I guess, that's in that game. And then a couple times in the story, you'll go through it and they'll force you into those duels.
Gotcha. Now, is there a supernatural element to the game? Because for some reason I'm just thinking that there is, or is it just all based in like actual reality?
There's nothing that I can think of that's supernaturally.
Something in my brain
No,
just made me think that there might be, and I just wanted to see beforehand.
I can't think of anything right off the top of my head that comes to mind. I think they stuck pretty grounded in reality. There might be some game like obvious gaming things in there, but I don't think there's
Right.
no.
Okay.
If there's anything supernatural, you've likely been poisoned, and you're just hallucinating.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like if there's anything at all like that, I can't remember right off the top of my head though. Okay, so wrecked.
I got so it's been 2 weeks since I've been here. In that time, I am at everything. I have everything I need for rank 11 of Destiny Guardian rank 11, except for Conqueror. So that's done. And of course, they were like, "Hey, here's some GMs, but just one." So I've just done the one, and then I played a metric ton of Diablo. Just tons and tons and tons of Diablo 4.
I flipped your camera vertically because the greener count was backwards. Or horizontally, sorry. So now as you can see, you're looking away from everybody. I don't know if you care about that.
The trip behind the scenes, I'm out.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Immersion broken. Okay, for me, I played a bunch of Destiny. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. I did shit, so hard. I did the story mission as well. I played some deep dives. I don't really do salvage that much. It's kind of boring. Deep dive is fun though. And people are learning to do it properly. Even though they do struggle on completing the third phase. Like, I don't think I've had a blueberry team able to get past that timer in the third space.
I have to like go over to Toland and then like shoot at them, or just like stand there and wait for them to come over to me to even like kind of get them to get the hint that he's there.
I've been pretty lucky with that, yeah.
Yeah, people are starting to get that, but the difficulty inside deep dives is
I feel like it ramped up. Yeah,
it's ramped up a little bit, so I can definitely see people having issues getting all the way to like a level 7 chest at the moment.
So, to get the maximum amount of rewards, how many Toland things do you need to do?
3, 1 for each.
So it's the third one. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we've made it there. I haven't had a blueberry team that could complete that aspect yet, and I haven't done any with anybody in the community yet. Alrighty then. Let's only say that once in one sentence. I've also been playing Diablo. I'm sad.
Why do you say it that way?
Right.
Why do I say it that way?
Yeah, what's wrong with Diablo?
Because I've been pronouncing it Diablo, and I got shit on the community stream recently, and
I just thought that was how you said it.
it is how I say it, and
Wow.
it's how I will continue to say it when not thinking. But I don't know.
So
People have just been picking apart any possible thing that they can when it comes to damn it. When it comes to my enunciation of different words. First it was Southern, now it's Diablo.
I cannot.
Yeah, nobody.
I've never heard you say that at all.
Southern? Yeah, I pronounce it Southern instead of Southern.
It's
People had a stroke about that. And then the regular Canadian things, a boot and stuff. Even though I say about, I don't say a boot, but they tell me I do.
Nah, no, I don't think unless you're actively trying to. But if you, like, you could try just pronouncing Diablo this way, just Diablo.
Diablo. Yeah, that's how I say it.
But you gotta extend the in there.
Diablo. I could put the in. Diablo.
Exact. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay, I
then
get
you
you.
get all your uhs out.
Diablo. Let's go play some Diablo. Anyway, I have been playing Diablo. I'm working on my hardcore character still. Level 43 at the moment. Just working my way up steadily. I'm kind of scared though. I'm getting to the point where once I finish the campaign, you basically have to up the tier, the world tier. And you get to a certain point in the game where you can just get one shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like thinking, it's like, can I just like level up to 100 in world tier 1?
You can't. Well, sort of. Um, once you get past level 50, your World Tier 1 and 2 experience points they fall off a cliff as the enemies stop scaling with you at that point.
That sounds amazing though.
So, what would take you an hour could take you 4 or 5 hours to do.
Just be like Cartman from South Park and just level up, killing like level 1 bears in the forest for like 8 days.
I was watching a streamer, I forget his name. He had the game bug out of him in the middle of his hardcore run at 170 hours, and he died because of a lag spike. And he took it fine. He wasn't mad at all. So I'm sure if something like that happens to you, it'll be fine. It won't be a big deal. Mm-hmm. He definitely didn't switch to a camera in his gym while he beat the shit out of a heavy bag while yelling, "Fix your fucking game," over and over and over again. Definitely not.
Green already had that problem last week, he said, but it didn't kill him.
Yeah, I survived. When I died, I just died.
Don't worry, they had a dev chat today, and they're gonna fix that starting in season 2.
Season 2. I was watching that. Yeah, which is in like God knows when. Good lord.
3-month seasons, I believe, and season 1 starts at the start of July.
Yeah, and I'm wondering how many people have made it to level 1,000 or level 100. Yeah, sorry.
There's still slots open for the statue.
Oh yeah, I know. Just a couple days ago, somebody posted on Twitter that they'd gotten to it, and they're number like 254 or something. That's why I kept going. I'm like, oh, this is actually possibly doable. Still, I'd be mad if I get to like 95 though, and the 1,000th birthday gets to level 100.
So here's the deal. Once you get to level 82, the scaling in the game takes a dramatic shift to where the enemies ramp up well above you. So what happens is there's this weird scaling that happens where the difficulty specifically for you will get harder. You will become noticeably less effective against enemies. Whereas if you had like a 60 or 70 character with you, they would actually be doing more damage to the same enemies because of their scaling is better than yours at that point. And that's when the butcher's going to show up in the dungeon and just murder you. So
something to look forward to.
Have you had the pleasure of meeting the butcher yet?
No.
Yeah.
That's something I've been worrying about too.
So he's got some great things, like he can fear you and slow you, and he's already faster than you can possibly be. He's got range attacks and charges that will stun you. So, just make sure you have ways to get yourself out from crowd control. You'll be fine. It'll be okay.
Why am I doing this? What a waste of time this is going to be. I'm going to get to like level 75 and I'm just going to get absolutely murdered. And then all that time gone. Oh well, we'll try it. If I die, then I'm done. I'm not going to try again. I don't have the time to run it back, you know?
I'm not playing a hardcore character, so no, I don't know. I'm only running an eternal character, and I will run seasonal characters if I choose when the season comes up. That's my plan.
That's fair. But yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I almost quit Destiny today.
Oh,
I
For real,
came
for real?
very close to quitting Destiny today.
what happened?
Ooh.
I got the character deletion bug.
Oh,
It actually happened to me. And if I hadn't, if I wasn't so in tune with like Destiny on social media, I might have hit the button to hit character create, and that would have been it. Character would have been gone, and that would have been it. Would have been my Titan because I was loading onto my Titan to run some Lost sectors. I got contacting Destiny servers immediately. It booted me from orbit into the character creation screen, and I was like, "Oh no, what do I do? Just back out, Alt F4, get out of here, and it was fine. But that's the bug. So the bug is still happening. The character deletion bug is clearly still happening because it happened to me today. But if I had deleted my Titan by accident, I wouldn't be here right now. I would have sent you my Avenzar resignation and been on my way.
I feel that. I'd probably be the same way.
If it would have been my Hunter or my Warlock, fine, whatever. I don't care about those two soy characters so much. But if it had been my Titan, that would have been it. It would have been all over.
Yep. Can relate.
That's crazy. Yeah. Surely they would fix that for you, right?
I mean, you'd think. But they don't have. It's not like they're exactly easy to get a hold of. Like, you can post stuff in the Bungie help forums, but I don't know how quickly they respond to that stuff. So,
Well, did the first person that did it on Twitter when they reached out, did they eventually get all of their stuff back?
Bungie said they got them their stuff back. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that went viral, but what about the regular
Yeah.
people is what we're wondering.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
I have no
obviously.
idea.
Because they're terrible. They have terrible support. It's one of the worst support systems I've ever seen in my life. It's terrible. We had Shrouded Fury back in the day. One day the clan just lost its founder. Like, that account just wasn't founder anymore, and then there was no founder account at all when you went into the system. So we couldn't demote or promote new admins or anything like that, and just could not get that rectified with Bungie. Just couldn't get a hold of anybody to help fix anything. We ended up just making a new clan and swapping everyone over to it as a solution, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, answer your support emails. Have a support email. For the love of God. Have a support email. You sell a service, $70 a year or $60 a year, whatever it costs. You sell a game, you sell expansion. Have a support line for that. They do for the Bungie store. What's the difference? Like, where's my Destiny support? It's an online game. You wouldn't find that over at Activision. Not that I like Activision in any way, shape, or form, but if you have an issue with your World of Warcraft character, there's at least somebody to fucking talk to.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll go, oh, well, they charge you a monthly fee. Well, by the time we're done spending money at Bungie or for Destiny, we're paying a monthly fee.
I just bought silver today.
Right. That's basically our monthly fee.
Even if it's not that, like seasonal fees. Like, there's no dungeon and seasonal fees. There's none of that for like those games of service that charge monthly, obviously, because they're charging monthly.
How much money do you think you spent just on your own accounts for Destiny over the years?
Well,
guess.
I've easily spent $500 on silver, maybe $600. And then all the expansions and seasons. I mean, what are the expansions worth? I've gotten a deluxe edition each time, so let's say...
It depends on the expansion. They've all ranged from like $20 to $50 or something.
There's no expansion on Destiny 2 that was $20. Unless you consider Warmind and...
I thought, wasn't I'm including all of them in this because my account goes all the way back to Destiny 1. So
Okay. Well, I'm thinking about Destiny 2. Year 1 was different, but I just bought the special edition, which came with Curse and the other one.
Yeah, I played
That's
full
it.
freight for those expansions.
Anyway, full price for those. So you had let's say year 1, Forsaken, Shadowkeep, Beyond Light, Witch Queen. So 6 of them. It's like $80 probably each, approximately, just to get an average.
Mhm.
You know, so 80 times 6 plus 5. Let's say 600 for silver. So that's almost $1,100.
Yeah, I was thinking that I'm probably around $1,200 or $1,300 myself.
So what
Yeah.
is that? So imagine you're playing World of Warcraft. So you spend $60 to buy the game. It's not that much anymore, but and then it's $15 a month. So $180 a year times by 6 years plus $60 a year for each expansion. I multiplied wrong. Anyway, it's a little bit more. It's like $1,300, $1,350 or something.
Sure.
If you were to play World of Warcraft with all the expansions for the same amount of time, it's not much more expensive. Which is crazy because that's a full on that's a full on MMO with.
Yeah, not MMO light like this.
Well, when they do content, like when they do a content drop, it's like that's enough content to keep you busy to actually keep you doing new stuff for, 4, 5, 600 hours, as opposed to Destiny gives you 2 hours worth of new content, and then you just repeat that content over and 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 over again.
Speaking of content, and I don't want to get off too much of a tangent. Also, I hate people that are making this comparison between Destiny and Diablo, but I really wish
I did it last week.
I really wish that that Bungie would implement the same depth of side quests that Diablo has. Like, I have been so there is a subset of the Diablo community that bitches about all the side quests being boring and fetch quests, but that has not been my experience at all. All of the side quests most of them are in long chains. They've got good story that's interesting to follow. It would be awesome if Bungie would implement some side quests into their seasonal content that didn't even necessarily have anything to do with the story, that were optional. You didn't have to do them, right, to advance the season. But you could get some lore out of it in the game. Not that they put lore in their games because they're fucking Bungie, but and I really wish they would have some of that stuff where there were quest givers and there should be a quest giver in every patrol zone every season that's got at least a small side quest.
That would be awesome.
Anyway.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I think it would be great. Destiny's probably one of the only games of service that doesn't have regular side quests. However, you know what that side quest would entail? Go do 3 strikes.
Yes, yeah.
You would just reuse the content. So, which would be totally fine if the reward was any good. That's got to be key. The reward needs to be decent. And
I've been thinking that, even if they were to mix up some of the systems they have, it would be worthwhile. Like, eventually we're going to get Black Armory weapons that we can craft. Right?
Oh, I can't wait.
There's no shot that Black Armory weapons don't show up in a state that isn't craftable. And I don't want to say no shot.
It'd be so funny.
If anybody can fuck this shit up, it'll be Bungie. But it would be so awesome if the path to do crafting for the Black Armory weapons whenever they get re-released has nothing to do with the Enclave. You have to go back to do the forges.
Reignite
and
the
the
forges
process
again.
is different. Even if it adds more currencies, I'd be perfectly fine with that because there'd be more variety.
Yeah.
One of the things I miss about Destiny 1 is the sheer amount of stuff there was to do, even though most of it was time gated and small. There was always something you could do something now to collect on later. multiple different currencies, multiple different people you have to do specific things for, I would totally be down for that in Destiny. Not that I need an excuse to spend more time on the game, but you know.
I absolutely love that concept, but there's just
That
no,
never
there's
happened.
just
It's
no
all pipe
way.
dreams.
There's just no way.
All pipe dreams. I got Marathon to work on. Fuck Destiny.
Something's coming after the final shape too.
See, I was having.
We'll see.
Not to get off on another tangent, but granted the twib, whatever you want to call it, is late this week anyway. But I was having this conversation with someone yesterday about once the final shape drops.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, with every expansion, we always kill the big baddie and everything like that, and that's allegedly the witness. So if we kill the witness in the expansion, do seasons continue after that?
Ooh.
And if so, what the hell are they going to be about?
Well, maybe they change it for the final shape so you don't kill the witness until the last season.
Wouldn't that be time-gated content from the expansion, like people were bitching about at the beginning of Lightfall, though?
Too bad? Question mark. But imagine you kill the witness and end the Dark and Light saga.
Right.
Nobody's gonna play the last 3 seasons.
Exactly. Right? Unless they're gonna be leading into the next game or thing after that. But I don't know.
They'd have to push that marketing right away. They'd have to let people know what these seasons are leading into. Oh, that's a good point, though.
The final shape drops. The new raid isn't available till the 4th season of the final shape.
Oh, people would just quit the game.
That would be awesome. But yeah, no, something's coming. I don't know what it is, if it's in this engine or in a new one or something, but something's got. Well, it's funny how people have changed their tone over the last 2 years. I will quit Destiny if they make a Destiny 3. Now everybody's begging Bungie to make Destiny 3.
That doesn't necessarily have anything to do with that. That has to do with the stability of the game that we've had for the past couple of months.
Oh,
I
I
want
get
to say
it.
past few. I don't know how long it's been now. It seems like the game has been an unstable mess for fucking ever at this point, but it's easy to say it's been forever, and it's only actually been like 2 months since Lightfall started or whatever. 3 months, 4 months.
There was
whatever.
a few issues before Lightfall, leading into Lightfall.
Good saying. The title of this episode is "We're on a Tangent." All right, because I'm sending us off on another one right now.
Okay, here we go.
Speaking of seasonal models, how have you guys found this season and your drive to play the game without there being any power grind to chase?
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I said this back when people were talking about no pinnacle grind. Long before Season of the Deep was even imagined, it was always a concept in my brain that was like, if I don't have to grind for pinnacles, why am I doing any milestones? There's no reason to do any pinnacle milestones, in my opinion. So the only thing to do is the seasonal story, and then if you want to do raids and dungeons.
Yeah. When I initially heard it, I'm like, oh, cool. I don't have to worry about doing the fucking grind like I normally would have and everything like that. And then like now actually experiencing it and playing it, it's like, man, what do I want to do?
I might have.
I have.
Sorry, go ahead.
I have played a lot less Destiny this season thus far.
I have the urge to play less
than I have in any season I can remember previous, even the bad ones. And you know, I see the hard numbers because I'm doing all the Clan Wars numbers right now. Like, there ain't. Before this season started, I would normally be in like top 3, top 4 of community player of the week points for Apex. I'm not even in the top 10. Like, I'm basically a non-contributor at this point because I'm not playing the game because there's not. I don't have any drive to. I've gotten all the unlocks done already. I don't know what it is. And the seasonal story, I mean, maybe if the seasonal story was more engaging, I would be more engaged with it. But deep dives are cool and all, but without any power grind, I just don't see the point. The seasonal weapons that you get from deep dive just aren't even good enough. This is the first season where I might not even grind all the weapons because there's nothing there that's even worth me unlocking patterns for. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know, but this season just ain't doing it for me.
Okay. I actually like this season quite a bit, but I'm also not playing it as much. So it's catch-22, right? So whether it's the pinnacle grind or whether it's anything else, I'm not specifically sure yet either. I can tell you right now that I have two incredibly huge games that are out right now that are pulling me away from Destiny. I don't consider that Destiny's fault. So that's, it's new. So that's definitely a contributing factor. But I would also say the fact that I don't have to grind for pinnacles is a contributing factor.
Yeah.
I don't have to grind to do Master Ron. I'm not overly concerned about completing Ghost of the Deep on Master. So, wait, do you have to for 11?
You do.
Never mind.
I'm doing mine tonight.
All right. I'm going to have to start AFK farming. I'm only level 40 on the season pass.
You gotta be careful about that. Salt Grandpa posted a tweet about whether or not Bungie should actually start banning people for doing that the other day.
Well, he asked Bungie. Did they respond to him?
I don't know. They're not going to respond to that.
Well, then we're good.
Best case scenario, they say, yeah, that's against terms of service, and they don't ban anybody anyway. Because if they banned everybody that AFK farmed, they'd lose like half the player population.
That's hilarious. Maybe I'll do that. Well, I got to start doing GMs in 2 weeks too, so I got to get my light level up. I'm only like
Yeah, same here.
18, 16 or something. No pinnacle grind, baby.
No grind experience is a bitch. And that's all you gotta do.
You know what would be even better? If there was no artifact grind either.
Or just make all the XP levels. Make it all one level. Why do we have 3 different XP levels?
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway,
this is called Destiny Pression or Depression.
I'm interested to see how they move forward with their alternate model. What modifications they're going to make next season, right?
Is that when the power thing is supposed to come out next season?
This whole year, the rest of this year is supposed to be experimental seasons. So who knows what they're going to change? I can tell you that if you look at the Steam numbers, like there was a huge fall off after the honeymoon period with Lightfall. They went up like 62,000 average players. They went back down like 48,000, but it's been pretty steady since then. Like the number has been pretty consistent. It's not like they're losing players, so I don't know if there's gonna be encouragement for them to change things or not. But I hope they do something different next season, because it could just be that I'm playing Diablo, but Diablo does not scratch the same itch that Destiny does.
Definitely not. Even I'm getting to the certain point on Diablo. Like I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, but now I'm getting to a point where it's like all these dungeons are exactly the same.
Oh, they all are. When I started getting the same bosses over and over again, I was a little disappointed.
So they're the same. There is so many different ways you can build craft your character, but when you have it built out, you have a loop that is, it gets really repetitive because it's like right now my hardcore character is a druid bear or whatever you want to call him, and he walks in, he smacks people a couple times, he smashes his little bear fist down on the ground. You kite a little bit, you can charge into them, and then you repeat the cycle again. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Smash, smack, smack, charge, turn around, smash, smack, smack, charge, turn around. Put your shield up. Hit your shield button. Your earth bulwark. whatever it is. Anyway, so that's that one. And there is like 1,000 different things. The build crafting is good as where there's 1,000 different things that you can. It's basically like a druid can be a lightning user instead. There's a bunch of different shit. I don't know all the stuff, but I mean, you don't even have to be a bear at all. You can be a werewolf. You can use poison. You can cast spells. 1,000 different things you can do. But you build that out, and you're not like changing on the fly or anything while you're fighting.
No.
So you're using those abilities that you've chosen for this specific build, and then it's that. And it's the same for all the characters. I find so. My point is like the dungeons are starting to feel pretty much the same to the point where I used to explore them. Now I just like run around and get the thing I need to open the boss door and then fight the boss and leave.
Yeah.
While I'm charging and smashing like a lunatic.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Your build sounds positively exciting compared to mine. I'm
well,
a whirlwind barbarian, so all I do is I go and I hold one button to spin in a circle until I'm out of juice, and then I start it all over again.
yeah.
In the wind, baby.
Well, that's what I started on. Like my regular character was a barbarian, and I ended up going whirlwind, and I'm like, okay. And then I was getting to a certain point where I was like, you know, you hold right click, and you just spin around, and you just like you move your mouse around, and then
Literally 4 of the actions on my heart bar are shouts.
yeah, that's it. And then mine were 3 when when I pretty much stopped playing. You know, so shout, and then you'd left click to like gap close, and then right click to just spin, and
Yep.
and that's all it was. Right before I quit, though, I switched to. I was like, I'm gonna try a Rend build. I never really tested it out. I just switched all my talents. That made sense
Yep.
to me, and then I like logged out and created a hardcore character. So I don't even know how the Rend build went, and I recently got it to install on my Steam Deck because I was like, okay, well, I'll play my non-hardcore character on my Steam Deck. I hate it on the Steam Deck so much. It's
Doesn't feel good as a handheld.
well, the game itself already. Well, I wouldn't personally play an isometric game with a controller typically anyway. That's not who I am. So I have to deal with that concept. And then the game doesn't run particularly well right now, just because of the disconnection issues. And then on the Steam Deck's using all its resources to keep that thing afloat. So it's struggling. And it doesn't run natively, so you got to do some like majigger. So I'm sure it's not optimized for the device. And yeah, so it's a struggle. Anyway, I played my barbarian for like I don't know, about 10 minutes the other day on it. I'm like, yeah, no, this is not a thing. So spent like 4 hours trying to figure out how to install it on there, and then I'm just like, nah, I hate my life. Maybe I'll try it again, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, we should probably talk about some Destiny stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing. Yeah. Okay.
It is a thing at some point today. I mean, it doesn't have to be.
Destiny depression this week.
Nah. We should go through it. There's not a ton to go through. We should do it.
Exactly. All right, let's hit up the update. Crucible. They fixed an issue where dazzling iridescent trials emblem could be awarded from the flawless chest without completing the necessary requirements. Is that the one that you need to never be behind?
You need to never be behind, but it was giving it to people that just went flawless.
Nice.
So what they did was, if you had earned it while it was bugged, you still have it in your collections, but you can no longer extract it and use it. If you already had it on and you left it on, probably it's never going to go away. But the moment you take it off, you can't put it on until you go back and do it again. So even the people that already did it legit, they got to do it again. But those people probably won't have a problem doing it again. So it's fine.
Yeah, that's not something I'm ever going to get. It does say, though, players who have already acquired the emblem will need to complete the requirements after this patch go live in order to equip the emblem. Even the people that got it legit?
Yeah.
They can't fix that properly?
They rolled back everybody. They pushed this out to everyone. So the people that got it legit
Ooh.
have to do it again.
Okay, that is what you just said. I understand that, but I for some reason I just like needed to repeat that because that sucks. And what you just said, the people that got it legit will probably have no issue getting it legit. That's not really the point. That still
Well,
sucks.
I agree. I agree
Yeah.
that's not the right fix, but
That's not the right fix. Just let everybody that got it have it, and then not worry about it.
well, this emblem is supposed to be one of those. It's supposed to be one of those things that people that
Yeah.
are high skill in a particular activity can use, and it can be a flex, right? That's the whole reason it exists.
But you need to be good to go flawless anyway. So just let the people that went flawless on the first season or on the first week take the fucking thing and just leave it be. Don't make people that got it legit do it again. That's way worse. Maybe it's not. Maybe those people are just like, yeah, I prefer that. That way, a bunch of noobs don't have my emblem. But they could just do a new one next season instead.
I mean, hopefully they are going to continue to do these.
You think you're getting a new one? No, no shot. The final shape is when you'll get a new one. All right, fix an issue, spawn, trapping that could occur on meltdown. Ooh, that would suck. I did not experience that because I have not played any Crucible this season. Not even Iron Banner. Never touched it. I'm going in next week though.
All right, good.
Iron Banner's next week, right?
I don't know.
So.
I wasn't paying attention.
I
to
think
the
it's coming.
announcement when
Back.
I logged
I
in
think
today.
it's coming. I don't know. If not next week, the week after that. I can't remember.
I gilded my seal last time. I don't know if I'm going to dive back in there or not.
I always gild my seal the first week, except for this season. And isn't that funny that we were just talking about motivation to play?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Where's my motivation at, yo? And I actually like the season, and I'm paying attention to the story. That's rare.
Whoa, yeah.
I like the whole big Leviathan thing.
AGreeNer likes fish haikus, man.
I like the
worm-
concept.
That's all we get every week.
I like
is
the
one new
concept.
fish haiku.
God.
I think Sloane's badass, being all fucking taken and shit. I think that's cool. It's like that's on another level of hardcore. You know what I mean? To allow
I mean,
that
I'm
to
enjoying
happen.
watching. I'm enjoying watching Drifter try to rizz her up. But,
That's true
Yeah.
too. Oh, Drifter's a huge part, and he's pretty funny this season too. Anyway, it's good. It's good. It's good stuff. I enjoy it. All right, so gameplay and investment, armor. Gryfalcon reserve shield now deploys when a player uses ensnaring slam. Okay, cool. I'll take it. Wait, was it supposed to?
Yeah.
And it wasn't? And they fixed
Correct.
it? Or
Yes.
Oh, okay. See, everything else below this says fixed an issue, except for that. So it almost felt like that when they added it. But okay. Anyway, fix an issue where Kepri's Horn could disable various non-enemy objects. What?
This was the issue
Banner.
that was breaking Iron Banner.
It was that particular exotic. That's why they changed
Yeah,
the game.
well, I knew that, but could disable various non-enemy... How does disabling a non-enemy object get you 78 points in control?
It was triggering them. So obviously, when you step on a plate, that means that the game is registering you disabling something that's causing that it's not enabling something for points to go up. It's disabling something, right?
Okay.
So that's what Crepery's Horn's doing. I wish we could have found out what all. Pardon me, my butler's telling me to take my medicine. Anyway, I wish we could have found out what else Kepri's Horn was interacting with,
Right.
other than just Iron
yeah.
Banner.
I bet there was a lot. Oh man, that would have been crazy. Anyway, fix an issue where Vesper radius effects were triggering on things other than casting a rift. Cool. Fix an issue. Point contact cannon brace would create lightning strikes on melees other than thunderclap. Oh, that's neat.
Yes, unpowered
I never
melees.
did that.
You would just swing, and it would jolt everything that was around you.
That's
I
crazy.
never really noticed that, and I've been using that exotic like exclusively.
Well, it's not going to be as strong now. Fix an issue where becoming frozen would disable Arbor Warden's exotic perk. Like Stasis Frozen? That's funny. Just gets rid of the perk. That's so funny. Fix an issue where Arbor Warden would cause the Juggernaut aspect to not interact with class ability energy correctly. Fix an issue causing Sunbracers to not improve solar grenades. That's hilarious. That's literally their only purpose.
Mm.
You were still getting all the extra energy, but it wasn't increasing the duration of the medal.
Oh, okay. Fix an issue causing Helm of Saint 14 not to provide any effects. I thought that was just its exotic perk was nothing. Because that's how good it is.
Its exotic perk is transmog.
Yeah, basically, which is unfortunate because the transmog is some of the best in the game.
Well,
You would say that.
that's
I would
your
say
opinion.
That. Yes, I would. Mm-hmm.
I'd never wear that thing in my life. Anyway, fix an issue causing Verity's Brow to not function in PvP. Cool. We talked about that last week. And we're like, who's using Verity's Brow in PvP? Anyway, fix an issue causing no backup plans to buff non-shotgun damage in certain situations. That's funny. I wonder what the certain situations were. Fix an issue where Etheri's Embrace buff icon wasn't appearing in the HUD in PvP. Okay. The artifact perks Amped Up and Electric Armor no longer have their perk name switched. Were they backwards? That's hilarious.
They're backwards since the start of the season.
Yeah. I've been playing enough, man. Not playing enough. All right, weapons. We got fix an issue where some older Iron Banner special and power weapons had lost their scope glint. Okay. Fix an issue where purchasing a last sight, deep sight weapon from Hawthorne would unintentionally award bonus pat. Aww. All right, so no double. Sorry. No double deep sight from Hawthorne. Increase the size of the red dot on Mercurial Overreach scope to respond to player feedback. Oh.
Its reticle was way too small.
Isn't that the new sniper?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Reduce the collective action weapon perk against Guardians to 10% from 20. Oh, we talked about that last week, too. Why is some of this stuff
you
repeat?
no longer can 2-tap with it.
Okay, that's probably good. Change the navigator's intrinsic trait icon. Okay, coolio. Abilities fix an issue where certain thrown projectiles were able to over-penetrate allied Titan. We talked about this too.
Mm-hmm.
Why is all this stuff on the things we talked about?
Because
When
I
was
don't
it?
think
They were
they
problems that were
didn't
going
fix
on
the
then,
barrier.
like,
They
that
didn't
were
fix the
just-
barrier.
Were these
barrier.
known issues last week, and now they're
think-
fixes?
Well, the grenades and Titan bubbles and stuff like that.
Well,
wasn't
that's what I
they had
mean.
that fixed
I'm-
that week.
Okay, we had that. Okay, we were discussing that last week, so
Yeah.
it's just like there's a bunch of things on here that we talked about. And you fix an issue where arc jolt damage to minor combatants was lower than intent. Yeah, we talked about that too. Weird. All right, arc jolt stronger again. Yay. Fix an issue where Twitch sub bounty emblem pulsar approaching is not reacquirable or equipable. That's funny. I'm gonna have to get that. I'm gonna have to gift some subs to someone. The second Reckoning Triumph now displays the correct weapon names. The spend salvage keys Triumph is now working correctly instead of doing the deep dives. Fix an issue on the ambiguous Angler Triumph where all players were getting credit for one player catching an exotic fish. Do I have to redo that now?
I have no idea. Have you caught an exotic fish?
Nope.
Hopefully not. Oh, well,
I guess I'll have to
maybe
check.
you need to go check. I don't know.
I don't care too much because I
I've
will.
only seen one.
I will fish some more, but all right. General weekly challenges for Vanguard Ops and Gambit now reward the correct number of exotic engrams. How many were they giving?
Before we move on, why the hell did they time gate when the exotic fish would be available?
Oh, is that what they did?
The second
Is that why I've
exotic
only seen
fish
one?
isn't available until week 7.
There's 4 of them. Why so late in the season?
I don't know.
I have no
I don't
idea.
know.
I didn't even know that.
I mean, that's according to Twitter. All right, listen, that's according to Twitter. So I didn't actually backtrack it to Bungie, but it was all over the place on Twitter. So I imagine
Somebody
the
data mined
Destiny
it.
2 team account said it at some point.
or someone data mined it.
Lame.
All right, weekly. Okay, so weekly challenges for Vanguard Ops and Gambit now reward the correct number of exotic engrams. What does that mean? Weekly challenges never gave an exotic.
They do now. If you look at the director, it shows instead of a prime or whatever, it shows an exotic. Everything gives you an exotic now.
Yeah. So all the ritual playlists give
Yeah.
you an exotic engram now rather than give you a pinnacle. So people that haven't been at pinnacle grind, they have at least 3 fewer options for getting pinnacle weapons. It's part of them getting rid of the pinnacle grind this season. They changed those playlists.
Well, then what do you mean? There's nothing to. There's no motivation to play. There's your motivation right there.
So are you gonna just do all the playlists to get?
Well, yes, I need better rolls on my exotics, man.
Yeah, but that means if you're going to go try to get specific ones. All right, one, they're world exotics, right? So that'll just be your entire loot pool. All right, you don't know what you're going to get, or you can focus with those engrams, and the focusing costs are exorbitant.
Yeah, okay. Still, it's something. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I got to pay more attention, man.
It's not worth doing 3 strikes. I'll tell you that much.
3 strikes to get. Yes, it is. Jesus. Don't be so lazy.
All
right.
Bungie.
Re-enabling tier 1 exotic focusing on Master Rahul. I thought it was tier 2 that they shut off, not tier 1.
They don't know.
Probably not. You probably right. All right. We're going to switch over to This Week in Destiny. Boring. The TLDR is Pride of Bungie. 2023 recap and free emote. A nice little sandbox Q&A deep dive into some nonsense. Iron Banner is back next week with Eruption. Well, there you go. That's probably where I read it. Fashion contest picks. By the way, they're God. Did you guys see these? They're not.
Yeah.
They're not
they
that
are
good.
Looks that people have been rocking for multiple seasons now.
They're boring. Anyway, what's new from player support and weekly? Okay, we don't care. We don't go over the whatchamacallits. I forget. The videos of the month or whatever they're called. All right, let's swap over to. We're gonna show screen. Hold on. Let's get rid of. Which border is that? Nope. This one. And then we will take this. Hold on. I just want this to look proper with all of us in it.
You should have a different scene with 3 and 4.
Yeah, I should, but I haven't built it yet. I'm lazy. Alright, this is good enough. Just get rid of that empty one at the very least. So, we have here the Rainbow Connection emote, which is free this probably month, but which is pretty cool. Yeah. I like that emote. And you can grab that for free right now. Yep. I like it. Anyway, the emote's right here.
I'll tell you what, a unfortunate chunk of Twitter didn't like it.
Yeah,
fucking
well.
Weirdos.
We go into this every time we talk about, the fucking dog shit human beings. But I don't know what people's problem with, like, if you're not for it, fine, whatever. But why do you have to tear everybody down that gets excited when people do this type of stuff and acknowledge
your life is horrible?
Acknowledge existence of human beings that are different than you. Like, chill the fuck out. And if you come at me with religious beliefs, like, GTFO, man. I don't care if it's your religion that dictates that it's wrong. It's not my problem. It's not their problem. It's just not anyone's problem. Like, no one cares. Did you know that only 30% of the world is Christian? Guess what? That's 70% of other people that don't give a flying fuck what you think. And I bet there's a good percentage of those people that actually don't give a shit, too. Like, it's not all...
You want to know a secret?
What?
I'm a religious person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm a
see,
Mormon,
my point.
and I don't give a shit. In
Sure.
fact, I have these emotes and transmog on my account. So, you know,
Yeah.
any of those people that want to get up in arms about it, seriously, go eat a dick.
That's it, though, right? Like...
Maybe it'll turn out that you like it, and then you can be down with the program.
You're scared to do it.
No, man. They'll go to hell if they suck a dick. You know, but... the fucking thing preaches love and to love thy neighbor and all that nonsense. And it's just like... you're okay with hating on these people because they're breaking a rule, but by you hating on them, you're breaking a fucking rule. So, like, what's the difference? Like, chill the fuck out. Just chill out, man. Let people live their own life. It's that simple. And don't push your religion on people. It drives me nuts. It's crazy, right? It's like, they don't want to be religious or they don't want to follow your religion. That doesn't make them evil. Sure, if you're right, then yeah, maybe they are going to hell. Whatever, fuck. It's not your problem. Like, fuck off. Good Lord, you're not going to hell if you say, okay, you can love who you want to love. I won't harass you anymore.
Greener, can you just get your politics out of our games, please?
Yeah. Nice. Anyway, yeah, we are gonna move on from that because we did a whole spiel on that last week too, and people just suck. People just suck. People suck. People gotta stop sucking. Well, maybe they gotta suck some more. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. So the key is in there for the emote, and last year's transmat is also here.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a nice one. I still use it. I like coming in a rainbow. Woo woo. Okay, so we had some. Mr. Reg died.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. So they did like a FAQ sandbox edition with a bunch of stuff for upcoming seasons 22 and 23. There's a bunch of stuff in here that was good, but I want to go over really quickly the big old Twitter controversy based on the comments made on here. So, see if we can...
You're talking about the weapon?
Twitter.
No, it's this one right here. Any further exotic tuning planned for the future, and what's the thought process behind those plan changes? So it's important to understand the question when you get the response. So, and then the response was, just to give some context on timelines, we've just shipped Season 21. Season 22 is complete. Season 23 is in full production, and the final shape is now entering early production. We have a small set of... okay, we can stop right there. So... Twitter exploded with this information, taking a little bit out of context. Everybody was... yeah, they took it completely out of context. Everybody was freaking out, saying there's no way you can build a good expansion in 6 months. If it's just entering early production now, Destiny is doomed. And it was a huge thing. A huge thing to eventually where Bungie had to come out and say, guys, we were just talking about the weapon tuning process. The question that was asked. The exotic tuning process. The question that was asked. So they reworded it. They said we just, season 22 exotic tuning is complete. Season 23's exotic tuning is in full production, and the final shape exotic tuning is entering early production. So they made it very clear. But for like 6 hours, oh my god, it was over for Bungie. Everybody was quitting Destiny. Nobody was going to play the final shape if it was only 6 months in production and it was supposed to be the end of an era. It was absolutely unacceptable. It was so hilarious to watch this all go down. And it's funny because a lot of people there was the people that were angry at Bungie, and then there was the people that were defending Bungie. And both kind of looked a little bit stupid at this point. Because there was the people that would probably be rightfully upset. A full-on expansion for the end of a 10-year saga being planned, built, completed, and launched in 6 months? Unreasonable. Absolutely unreasonable. And then there was the people defending Bungie saying, you guys don't understand what dev processes are. This is absolutely fine. Blah, 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 blah. And it was just like, so no, like one side took it completely out of context. The other side was defending Bungie. Probably because they're what I always get called on Twitter for being nice to Bungie. Actual dick riders. But it was just
meanwhile,
it was
really...
really...
neither side has their reading comprehension of a third grader.
Meanwhile, Joe Blackbird was just sitting laughing at his screen, probably. Like, what a bunch of degenerates.
I mean, they should know by now with how everyone is with when they release anything. They always read too far into it and then just explode at the smallest little detail and blow it out of proportion.
It was funny though. It was funny.
There's this thing when you're reading a story or whatever called contextual clues, where one line in a paragraph is probably influenced by the lines that immediately came before it. Maybe some people should hit up some night school, or if they're teenagers on Twitter that play Destiny and they're getting up in arms, maybe they should go hit some remedial reading courses. Go hit up their English teacher for a little tutoring, maybe. Get that sorted out so they don't look like fucking twat waffles again on Twitter. Maybe, possibly.
Yeah, it was funny, man. It was funny. Anyway, do we want to go over all of this?
No, but there is one more thing that we need to stop. Go back to that same section.
Okay.
All right. Scroll down to the part where we've pulled several well-tested changes.
We've pulled...
Same section. Question any further exotic tuning plan for the future.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like the fourth or fifth line down. We've pulled several well-tested changes from Season 22 into the Season 21 mid-season balance update, which we'll talk about before it ships. As usual, we're making an exotic catalyst for an exotic weapon in Season 22, and this is one that's been heavily requested and is likely the most complex catalyst we've ever made. So there's a little bit of Twitter drama about this too.
I see what people are saying or hoping that it is.
The first thing people that I saw was, I follow a bunch of PvP guys, right? So the very first thing they said is Thorn's finally getting its catalyst.
Right, that's what.
And the first reply to every single one of those posts was, "Nah, bro, they're making Monte Carlo a glaive." So both of those particular weapons have had catalysts requested for a long time. I don't, however, think a Thorn catalyst is going to be overly complex. However, knowing that Monte Carlo, people have been asking for you to be able to stab people with that giant ass knife off the front of the gun forever.
Yeah,
it's got to be they're putting a glaive mode or a melee mode as the catalyst for Monte Carlo.
That would be sweet.
That sounds complicated enough to make sense for this.
Yeah.
This sentence.
And the PvP folks that are wanting Thorn, they get so butthurt when that gets brought up. That weapon's so mid. Nobody uses that thing.
Well,
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm not
But it's
gonna
cool.
I'm not
It's
gonna
cool.
lie. As a catalyst, just giving it a melee animation, because it probably wouldn't really change the damage output. Maybe it would give it a little extra damage, but in reality, the catalyst is just giving it a melee animation, as opposed
Yeah,
to
but
Shield.
if it has all the other glaive stuff, like
Yeah,
it
like the
has
shield
all
and
the same
stuff.
effects as glaive melee. It's not a shield, but
Yeah.
like if your syntheseps work with it, you know, it's still cool. It's still interesting.
That's a good point, though. What if they added the animation and you can use a shield while shooting? It goes around the barrel. That'd be broken.
I mean, what if they turn it into a primary ammo glaive?
Yeah, it would be the first. Yeah.
That shoots at
The
720
PvE folks would
RPM.
lose their minds.
It'd be delightful. I like it. Sounds good. Okay, so they do talk a lot about, you know, making or weapon changes, armor changes, a bunch of questions that people have. Just because we're carrying on to over an hour now, we don't need to go over all this stuff.
Okay. Fair.
I've always been so focused on needing to go over everything that I don't think we need to. Even though that's like the whole meat and potatoes of this whole thing. But I read through most of it and it wasn't anything super interesting. They're gonna, you know, they talked about hand cannons.
Yeah, so adding a new frame of hand cannon for the heavy repeating hand cannon or heavy double shot hand cannon burst fire, that sounds cool. Assuming they have Warden's Law working, because I don't know if you remember Warden's Law back in the day, but you would fire that thing and you could get one hit marker in front of you and one hit marker on a mob that's 10 meters to the right.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Anyway, they were talking about it, yeah. And increasing, you know, some damage. I like this, though. Damage against majors by 75%.
Yeah, hand cannons may be useful again in PvE and
Well,
not just some exotic ones.
Yeah, they have been useful for... they just feel so weak. And this might be really nice. I'm excited for that. There's a couple things that are in here that are worth a go over. So feel free to take a look. Just don't reread. Don't read that and think the final shape just started production now, because you'll look silly. There was a little bit of talk about stompies, mostly by hunter mains on Twitter, that think that they don't understand Bungie's thought process with this comment, which is basically just said, you know, we didn't like taking the ability away from you fully with airborne effectiveness, but we thought it was too strong, you know, without that penalty. So this was what we came up with as a solution. You still get your thing, it just you don't get it as often, right?
Bruh, it's a skill issue. Just look up. You can't look up, bruh.
If people could look up that well, stompies wouldn't be good. So fuck off. Everybody that keeps like, don't nerf stompies, just look up. Like, those two things contradict one another. The reason you use it is because people do struggle to look up quickly, especially on controller. To look up quickly and aim at the same time. That's why it's effective. That's the concept. So if you're telling people that it's easy to just look up, but you're using stompies because you can kill people because it's not easy to look up, then you're just being a dumbass.
God, you're such a casual greener. God.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Puh, puh. Clutching pearls. Clutching pearls. Puh. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Yep. You're right. I'm
wait.
casual.
Wait. Clutching pearls. Clutching pearls. Okay. There we go. It's out of my system now. Thank you.
One sec. Gotta answer a text message. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, by the way, I didn't. Did I see this emblem before?
It's the new Iron Banner emblem from this
Yeah.
season.
Yeah,
think
I
we
know that
mentioned it.
now. Did we mention it? Okay, because I saw it again and it just
It's the only thing worth grinding for cosmetically for Iron Banner this season because the shader is utter garbage, just like last season's.
You shut your mouth. It's beautiful. And even if it's not, I need it in my collection because it exists.
this is
That's
crazy though. This looks
It's
so
it's
good.
a really good look. It's really good. I'm rocking it currently. It's really good.
I
What-
have not taken it off since I earned it.
Where do you get, or how far up do you need to? Like,
It's
where is it?
same where it normally is. First, I think level 16, I believe, on
It's
the
level
first
16.
rank.
You
Yeah.
have to hit legend. You don't have
Yep.
to. You don't have to complete legend, but you have to hit legend on the first pass.
Okay, so that's where they are normally. I don't remember that
Yeah.
shit. So, all right, cool. I think it looks good. It looks really neat. Okay, so, oh, I didn't even show the people on the TV. Where's the show screen button? I always forget. Gosh. Here, people on the internet. That's what it looks like if you're watching the video. It's a really neat emblem. So you should play Iron Banner next week. It's Eruption. Yeah, have fun with that. Okay, so they did the drip. Okay, so here we
Yeah.
go. Let's click through these. We'll bring them up on the Twitter sphere. Just takes a second to switch this over. Okay, so this drip. Okay,
I kinda
so
like it.
like I like the color scheme with this, and then this being different. It looks good, but I don't know. Just the
This
winner.
one's all right because he's specifically trying to emulate the moths in the raid, right?
Cool. I didn't read anything. Oh yeah, this is my hunter moth fit for Season of the Deep to represent the deaths of sacrificial moth in the new dungeon. Okay, gotcha. All right, and then we had this one, which no offense to this person, but this pink hunter,
It's like every other pink hunter that I've ever seen.
yeah, it's nothing special at
It's
all.
because there's too much white on it. There are too many hunters that run around in just straight up white fit. It's, they're just as edgy as the hunters that wear all black, right? And there's no doubt that hunter armor tends to look very clean and mostly white and mostly black, but
Yeah.
kind of boring.
Okay, so this next one is the crazy looking Titan, but hear me out. Take a look at this. This is
Oh,
Patrick.
Patrick.
It's Patrick,
Yeah, it's Patrick
right?
Star.
Yeah.
But listen, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Do we still have our fashion show channel? Probably not. Did I hide it or delete it? That is the
So-
question.
You're gonna show us that you have this exact same thing.
This
I've
is-
seen this.
This is
for,
the
like,
this is the
months now.
this is the exact same thing we gave away. Most ridiculous fashion outfit too. 18 months ago when we did our last fashion show,
I remember.
and yeah, I wish I could. It's colored differently. It's not Patrick. I mean, it might have been, but hold on. Let's see if I can go through my media on my Twitter because we would have sent this out. Where's the show media button? Okay, all right. See how far I have to scroll down to actually find what I'm looking for here.
There were a lot of entries.
Nah, I only started doing this recently, so there shouldn't be that much. So, oh, I do reply a lot with GIFs though. If this takes too long, we won't keep going. But I did want to see it here somewhere. It's in my Google Drive too. I should have probably just went there first. Okay, all right. No. We're coming to a right spot. When did we do this? I wonder. Oh yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'm seeing I'm seeing drip. Oh no, this is the gold drip.
That's
Last September.
Before that.
So
Yeah,
we did it the
before that.
fall before that. Oof, my. Let's keep going, keep going. It's been a long time. Okay, here we go.
Mhm.
Okay, hold on. Let me, Alright, let me preface this by saying this has been 18 months ago, okay? So maybe I don't remember it quite as... It's really just the helmet. That's the same.
All right.
But this is the guy that won.
Banana.
But so we sent this out February 17th, 2022. That SGC Fashion 2021 was the name of the event. And so that skin has been in the game for 2 years. Or that
Mhm.
helmet at least. I don't know about the rest of the stuff on
The guy's wearing
Yeah, what's he wearing?
Leviathan armor.
Yeah, the chest piece.
He's wearing Peacekeepers. He's wearing old Iron
Dawn.
Banner arms.
And Dawn class item from when the second season of Shadowkeep.
Anyway, so what makes this is the fact that it's pink.
And
he's got-
green.
and he's got a pointy hat. So it kind of
Yeah.
makes him look like another character. But
Yeah.
whatever. All right. Anyway, my point is we did it first.
Okay.
Okay. All right. What else did we have here? All right. Here's another one. Oh, oops. I hit the wrong button. There it is. Now this was kind of cool.
I do that. I do that with my stuff.
I don't, but I liked it. So it just, I don't know.
I try to theme all my loadouts for whatever subclass I'm rocking.
Well, I just looked back at this and I was like, that's pretty cool for Gambit. And like, well, that tops it off with the cowboy hat. And then we've got black for Stasis, which doesn't make that
Stasis
much
isn't
sense.
dark blue. This is the other failure. Sorry.
Yeah. I was like, it's black, but anyway. The purple looks good. I'm sure you could have got more purple into this, but whatever.
Oh yeah.
This blue looks, this outfit looks great. Like, that's probably one of the best Titans I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right.
I really like this orange thing too. Looks really good.
Too orange for me.
I recognize that, but the aesthetic works for me. This
Right,
green
yeah.
thing looks cool as fuck too. And this Crucible is boring, but I really like the blue. The bits that are blue looks really nice, but your Crucible should be red. Anyway, I thought that was pretty okay. This one, only because it's supposed to be Jim Carrey.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I saw this one. This one was pretty good actually.
So in the
Yeah.
mask, yeah. I think it's funny. Because there was a scene where he had a cowboy hat on. Anyway, good times. That was funny. Old school. This one looks real boring. Let's see here. Let's share it with everybody. Cyber Runner, drowning in the dip.
I mean, every piece at least is from a different armor set.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I like though really is the arms. Everything else is pretty boring.
I like the chest. Class item's boring for me, but it's a sleek look.
You shut your mouth.
I
That
don't
is
like
the
Digi-
greatest Titan mark that exists
don't
and
like the
always will
Digi-class
be.
items. I don't like them at all. I never have.
Well, you
So
know,
you mean this thing?
it's all right. Everybody's
Yeah.
got to be wrong about something. This just happens to be your thing.
No,
So,
I'll own it.
And then we had Yoda, which I've seen this like a million times, but
We had
whatever.
some. Okay, if this is anything like, because I remember there was a Yoda look for our fashion show because I had to go through all those nominations and put them into the spreadsheet or whatever for when we were doing it.
Oh,
So I
okay.
volunteered. And I remember seeing something that was very similar to that with at least that had that helmet. So that shit's been
Yeah.
done by us. I can guarantee that 100%.
Yeah, we had a Yoda one. I remember. I don't think it won anything, but
No.
it's whatever. All right, 2 more. We might as well look at them both. That's getting boring. But
Every all black hunter ever.
yeah, I don't
Sorry.
get this.
I have one too, but
I
it's every
don't.
all black hunter ever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is. It looks good though. Like this must be some of King's Fall gear, right?
No, that's the
This?
Seasonal legs,
Hunted?
Omnioculus, dungeon helmet.
These
the
are
cloak
seasonal
is-
legs. Okay.
they're- yeah, from a couple seasons ago. That's the set that has the glowing skull,
The Haunted,
the
yeah,
red
Seasonal
skull for
Haunted.
the
So Season of the
helmet.
Haunted.
And the arms are from Grasp.
The yes, that's the descending echo arms. That's Omnioculus with
I
a
knew this. Yeah,
pay to
the
win ornament.
eyeballs. Yeah.
The cloak is the Iron Banner Ephrodite ornament. It is unavailable, sadly. And the helmet's from Ghost of the Deep.
Oh, it's all written right here.
I mean,
I do enjoy that. Cloak,
Haunted,
though.
haunted.
It's very
Okay,
good.
so this is from Season of the Haunted. The arms, the legs, and the cloak. Whew. Different.
that ornament on the cloak is not from.
Well, it
It's
says right
from.
here.
It's from
no.
like Iron Banner Year 1, isn't it?
Yes, it's a
Yeah,
very
that
old
one.
ornament. It's from like Season
One
of
of the
Awakening
really
or some shit.
one of the better looking ones too.
Rivals. It's
They
from
must have
Rivals,
just-
I think.
Do they re-release these things and put the new icons on them?
No, I think the
That-
icon is for where the armor piece itself originates. not the
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
my bad. So I'm just looking at this wrong. All right.
Yeah, Ephrodite's Iron Cloak is not currently available and has not been for many
Okay.
years.
This makes sense because I was like, you said this was grass, and I'm like, well, that didn't come out during the haunted. It came out during the, but whatever. I was going with it, and then we have Spider-Man.
See a million of those.
Which looks all right, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, that's as close you're gonna get, really. Good job. Okay, so what do we got next? Cat, right? Oh, this is cool, actually. This Horizon / Destiny artwork. That's neat. Sick. It's really well. I wish I could do that.
Are you still rocking that set without using an exotic?
Well, no. Well, yes and no. I can use 6 Coyote with it, with one of its ornaments without cringing.
Yeah.
So I usually have it on
Okay.
when I'm running Void. So, but I'd much rather wear the chest piece, obviously. So annoying. All right, where's the cat? Oh, there's 2. Nice. All right, hold on. Huh? 2 kitty
They're hungry.
cats and a doggo. Oh, hippie. You are my favorite. Specifically for the animal photos. Adding 2 of them. Solid stuff. Solid stuff. All right. I was gonna go over like the Pride Up Bungie stuff, but in reality, they are. It was kind of in the TWID mostly. Basically, you can grab the emote and the transmat, and you can buy the pin again this year, and you will get the emblem. So you can just make sure to check that on. I'll show it up here. make sure to check that out on the Bungie store. But you can get this physical pin, which I have one of them here. I wonder if I have it. Just a second. Look at that. I can't usually find anything in my house. But it's a beauty. Okay, let's get it focus. Beautiful. Anyway, buy one of these pins. Support the LGBTQ. I don't know the rest of the letters. Community, and you get this, and you get the emblem, which is nice. I like using the emblem with the transmat, and now the new emote, even better. And you can get all that on the Bungie store.
Now they just need a rainbow shader.
Yep, that'd be cool too. And I'm sure you can do it. You can right here. There's a link on this. I'll have this page below. There's a link on here where you just do a direct donation if you want to the Bungie Foundation, which helps with this stuff. It all goes to the same cause at the end of the day. All right, back to me. We should probably just finish this up. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's all done. I'm gonna stop sharing everything on there. Anything anyone else want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
Let's go right into plugs. All right.
Yeah.
What are you plugging, baby?
Well, because I didn't do one today, which is Friday. So today, now, future today, which is Saturday when this podcast goes live, there will be a recruitment post. So go do that, especially if you want Clan Wars points. Get as many of your clans in there as possible to upvote that and comment on it for sure. Second thing, I occasionally stream over on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/MrGoodSaint when I feel the urge to want to play Destiny, but because after talking about it at the start of this podcast, I think I'm going to pull the trigger on Ghost of Tsushima. So I will probably stream that because it'll be more entertaining than trying to fumble around figuring out something in Destiny to do. So come over and watch me play that game instead.
Clan Wars
Clan War.
2023 going on right now. If you're part of the SGC, you should be participating. And if your admin hasn't set up the stuff for you to participate, you should harass them into doing so. And if they refuse, you should clan hop to a clan that is participating. Do it right
Fire
now.
them.
Warden's got plenty of space. Go join them. Or whoever. I'd say Apex, but I think they're full. Anyway. I think Celestials is also full. Souls has room, though. Go bother AGreeNer. It'd be great.
Don't bother me. Bother Fallacy.
I will be streaming once again on Sunday. FGC related stuff, event stuff. On Sunday morning. Twitch.tv/Mr_Rect. And, I stream Destiny and indie games sometimes. So, come hang out. Help me push that follower goal.
Woo! All right. One thing I wanted to mention. I don't know if we're going to try to do a push for this or not, but I got really excited when Twitch announced it yesterday, even though half the internet's pissed off at them for not making it good enough. But they introduced a Partner Plus program where if you have 350 plus subscribers, recurring subscribers, which is really important, which is why most of the internet is mad, because it does not account gifted subs, is 350 for July, August, and September. You'll automatically be entered in the Partner Plus program and given a 70-30 split for all revenue generated other than Amazon Prime subs. That would be incredible, but I'll be honest with you right now. We get, I don't know, anywhere between 5 and let's say 800 subs a month, probably, on average. Only 75 of them are monthly recurring subs. So I looked at those numbers yesterday and I was like, I don't even know if we pushed for this and like did all this stuff like that, we would even come close to hitting that number. So we either need to convince Twitch to include gifted subs, or maybe we'll push for it in July. Anyway, you should sub to the channel. Is my point. Or twitch.tv/Shrouded Gaming, please, for the love of God. I want a 70-30 split. That is a ridiculous amount of extra money that we would get that you're currently giving the Amazon. If we could hit those numbers, then we don't have to worry about Twitch changing it. That would be amazing.
And Amazon makes enough money as it is.
I mean, it's true. I should just create 300 accounts and just sub for 3 months. We'd probably make the money back in the extra 20% over the year because they give it to you for 12 months if you hit in a 3-month period. So we could cancel all those subs for 9 months and just take 70-30 from all our gifted subs. We'd probably make the money back that it would cost to do that. I don't think I'm gonna though, but I thought about it in my head. I was like, I'd only have to do 200 and some. That's only $5. That's only $1,000 a month. Would we make the money back? That's an interesting
Dedication.
thought process. 20% of what we make. I should do the math. Anyway, I don't know. All right.
Before we go, there is one other thing related to this that we should maybe at least get the conversation started on, and that's Extra Life and high dollar goals, and whether everybody here is actually serious about what was discussed midweek or not.
100%.
I am totally down, even though you're gonna get an SGC tramp stamp. Perfect. I am absolutely down.
100%.
And I will even sit down and have the conversation with my wife, who will absolutely not be down with me doing so. But
My wife just thinks I'm an idiot for doing it, but she doesn't care. So I will 100% do it. Guaranteed.
however,
And I will record it as well, or stream it or whatever via mobile during it.
I personally would want to have a new logo made that's specifically designed for line art. That is tattoo that is tattoo themed or has a tattoo. You know, tattoo art has generally has its own kind of look.
Yeah.
And I would be cool if there was an SGC logo that went with that, if that was going to happen. Anyway, AGreeNer, were you serious about it, or because you look kind of scared right now?
I'm not getting a tramp stamp, but I will.
Of course not. Me neither.
I'll get an Extra Life or SGC Extra Life tattoo. If we
Mine would go somewhere where I could hide it for business meetings. You know what I mean?
Well, mine would be like on my back of my shoulder or something, probably. Maybe on my arm. Not sure. I'll put it on my butt cheek. Ooh,
There you go.
we could do that. I want to film it though. Too many
it's
minors.
content for your
in this.
OnlyFans.
Oh my god. We got to set a goal though. What kind of goal are we going with? Are we going for the goal, one goal for all three people, or?
I think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, Saint's easy. He's like, if you throw in $1, I'll get a tattoo. It's like whatever, you know.
You know, he's
care.
got tattoos.
I'm
That's
all
the
for
difference.
debasing myself for hilarity and for the community. I've always said that. So, and this is funny. I'm putting it in a funny spot on my body because I want to make other people laugh. So yeah, 100% I'm down.
This man
down-
is willing to permanently mark himself for the SGC.
Mm-hmm. With a tramp stamp too, nonetheless.
Sounds like we all are though. Tramp stamp though. Okay. All right. Anyway,
But what's the highest we've ever hit on Extra Life?
the highest we ever hit last year was like 6,300.
Okay. Well, it definitely has to be higher than that.
Right.
Well, the current goal is 7,500, but we could up it. Also, raising the money this year has been, up until 2 weeks ago, it was lower.
When you got the $1,000 donation.
Yeah, it was. Well, we got the $1,000 donation, but we also got like $300 in donations that night because when people donate large amounts, it motivates other people to donate.
Right.
So we got a bunch of 20s and 30s and 50s. So we got a bunch. Anyway, we went from like 680 to 2,000, and I was worried that we weren't gonna break the 1,000 for June, I mean, it happened on like June 6th or something, but it doesn't matter because we doubled the amount that we were last year. Anyway, so the most we raised last year, after hitting probably about $1,100 in June, we raised $6,200 last year after the big game day stream and then the rest of the year. So it's a mystery. It's a mystery. 10 grand.
I feel
Alright,
like Green
well.
wants to put it high just because he's too scared.
We don't gotta decide.
We can leave it
We
at
don't have to-
7,500. I'm
We
down.
don't have to. Okay.
If you think that's enough. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm not scared to get. I like that design. I'd change it a little bit, just like Rex said. I'd probably give it to a tattoo artist and be like, make this look better for tattoos.
I'd probably add a little bit more to mine. I at least want you drinking the milk bag incorporated with mine, just because I think it'd be funny. Especially if it's a tramp stamp, it's even more
I
inappropriate.
can't imagine me being tattooed on somebody else's body.
Well, it's the cartoon version. Of
It's
you. Not your
still
act-
me. It's still me, and it's amazing.
You'll be forever with me.
Yeah, you're damn right. That's fucking nuts. All right.
We don't gotta decide on a number tonight. We just gotta need to establish that everybody's willing to do it. Assuming
Well,
the dollar is
we
right.
should establish. Yeah. Well, I'm willing to do it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, me
it's
too.
fine. So we would need to establish a number because we'd need to market the shit out of that. So.
Okay.
And even the like, if you're legit gonna put it on your lower back, we need to mention that, and the fact that
100%.
it's gonna have Fox Greener drinking milk on there too.
Mhm.
Okay, all right.
That is a guarantee.
We should get some marketing material ready for this because it's enough. That's enough. People raise that. So we do have to decide on a number. Like, I think this will push people obviously to do it. So do we want to shoot for a lower, well, I say lower end number when we go for like 75, when we've hit 62 in the past and we're higher than we have been in the past, or do we just want to just shoot for a safe number so we get that much and not put it too high so people give up? Because that's possible too.
Or
I want to utilize this to raise as much money for the kids as I can.
are you willing at all
Change locations?
to make it a full back tattoo?
No.
If
No.
if we go like the tattoos that just listen, just the tattoos that we have set up now, 7,500. But if you get to 10K, then it upgrades it to a back tattoo.
I'm
Look,
not doing a full
listen.
back tattoo.
Me neither.
I'll put it on my butt cheek if we hit 10 grand.
There we
Uh,
go.
Okay, I'm not participating in any of that shenanigans. But, you know, I will get marked up.
Okay.
Fine.
I'll have to think about that one. But okay, so probably 7,500 and then bonus something for at least some of us.
Just
Yeah.
round it out to 8 and call it a day.
Oh wait, we could tell them that the tramp stamp, and nobody listens to this podcast, by the way, so it's okay. We can tell them that the tramp stamp and the addition of Fox Greener is a 10K unlock. But if we don't hit it, you could do it anyway.
Works for me.
All right.
Alright,
Let's
great.
keep that between us. But yeah, okay.
Works for
And
me.
then maybe I'll think about putting one somewhere weird for 10K too. But I have to think about that one. Again, it'd be my first tattoo, so I'm not putting
Oh,
one on
don't
my
be scared.
face. So I like being hireable.
Yeah, me too.
I've seen people with teardrops hired.
Oh yeah,
How long they last is more or less up to them, but I've seen it.
yeah.
Now
But in, like
listen.
in the corporate world, I don't think
I'm
I've ever
absolute-
seen it.
I don't work in the
corporate
I don't
world.
work in the
I
corporate
do.
world, so I don't know.
Yeah, me too. I am absolutely down for this, but again, my wife will not be. I will do everything I can to make sure that she's in. But
I'm
if
doing.
It comes,
Sorry, go ahead.
if it comes down to serious wifely consequences, my plans may change. But I will do everything I can to not make that happen.
Just divorce her.
I'll get
Yeah,
to
yeah, I'm gonna divorce my wife for the
I'll get-
SGC We get right on that.
Or if Rect can't, I'll get one on both ass cheeks.
Okay. Anyway, I'm doing Pride Hair again on July 3rd, by the way. I wasn't going to because we didn't hit $1,000 by June, but then we hit $2,000 by the first week of June. So I was like, maybe I should just do it.
Is your work cool with that?
I don't give a shit. They've dealt with me and colored hair for 2 years. They can deal with it again. And we have our HR management program. It's called UltiPro. And when you log into it right now, there's a great big Encore supports Pride like flag in the way. So it's just like, I'll just be like, you guys encourage this. It's not my problem. And they'd be like, that's not what that means. And I'd be like, hey. You need to be more specific then. Anyway, I'm not worried about it.
All right.
I'm going to do it. I probably got most of the summer off anyway because events aren't busy in the summer. They never are.
All right. I got a master dungeon to do. Let's outro.
Yeah. Okay, cool. If you made it to this podcast and you're not in the SGC, first thing you need to do is go to shreddagaming.com/Discord. Pop over to our Discord. Say hello. We'll get you started with some Destiny clans, some Diablo clans, some Minecraft servers, some fun. Bring it on. Get in here. And if you are in the clan in Discord already and you're listening to this podcast, you're not taking place in Clan Wars, make sure to do it. If you're not coming to the community streams, make sure to do it. Twitch.tv/shreddagaming. If you're not taking part in community events, pay attention to pings, you beautiful human beings. That's about it. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this week at Shrouded, episode 21. Thanks to our guest, Mr. Rect, Mr. Good Saint. We will be back next week. I think most of us will. I don't know. We never know who's coming back. I'm definitely coming back next week. We'll see you here next week. And we'll talk more Destiny, probably more Diablo, and maybe some other games. Peace out.
Later.
Bye.